thank you all for joining us this evening. And more importantly, thank you for your continued support of APD. As folks know, this is really an extraordinary time in healthcare. For better or worse, the Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare, is being implemented. And so I think we should shut down the government. I think that's the response. The other thing I've noticed is that healthcare.gov doesn't work properly, so I think we should fire Secretary Sebelius. The federal debt is spiraling out of control. Let's defund healthcare. Medicare fraud is running rampant. Let's make the regulations even more onerous. Supreme Court ruled that Medicaid expansion is optional. Let's have a food fight in Concord. So-called narrow networks, a throwback to the 1990s managed care era, are making headlines. Let's file lawsuits. The country and the state are awash in talk of healthcare reform. And never before have I seen so much activity coupled with so little forward movement. Or, as Macbeth would say, it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I do get it. Healthcare in the U.S. is changing because it must. Our system costs too much, excludes too many, and rarely delivers the quality of care that we deserve. Those of you who have attended these events in the past have heard it all before, and I don't suppose that you want to hear it again. So this evening, we're taking a different tact. Instead of shouting about big things, we intend to talk about little things that matter a great deal. In our societal rush to transform healthcare, many are reaching for a bold vision. There are those who see big organizations, large, vertically integrated networks of healthcare providers who are always available, primarily via technology and through virtual visits, emails, and the like. I have been to conferences where people hold up smartphones and extol the virtues of being able to get their healthcare needs met without ever having to actually see a doctor. I am not a Luddite, and I do see the promise of this brave new technology-enhanced world, but I am also first and foremost a doctor. And as a doctor, I can tell you that the most rewarding part of my job does not lie in the act of writing a prescription or performing a procedure. The soul of medicine does not lie in efficiently completing transactions. The true rewards of being a doctor come from developing relationships with people and the satisfaction that comes from believing that your life's work makes a difference in the health and well-being of your patients. Maybe I am wrong, but I believe that most patients value relationships as well. Transactional remote healthcare only works if you know and trust the person on the other end of the line. Allow me to digress for just a moment to share a story. Not too long ago, I saw a long-term patient of mine in the office. She was booked to talk with me about a urinary tract infection, a problem that, in theory, could easily be taken care of without a face-to-face visit. I came in with my now obligatory computer and began asking her questions. It soon became clear to me that her infection was long resolved because her PCP had taken care of it 2 weeks earlier. I put the computer away, sat down, and asked her, "So why are you really here today?" And she began to cry. "Because my husband left me, and I'm depressed and scared, and you are the only person I could talk to. Please help me." For a few minutes, I just held her hand while she cried, and then we made a plan and moved on. When Melanie and I first started talking about our plans for this event, I thought about our society's rush to a different future for healthcare and reflected on the story that I just told you. And then I thought, I work at APD because I know that I'm not alone in recognizing the importance of relationships to medicine and to healing. And I am not alone in wrestling with the dilemma of embracing the future without sacrificing the true essence of medicine. As I look around me, I realize that our campus is full of committed, caring individuals who are quietly changing healthcare without losing the personal connections that are so essential. So amidst all the noise of healthcare reform, we are choosing tonight to get back to basic and to hear about healthcare reform from the people who are quietly and persistently living it, not from the people who are vociferously fighting about it. With all this being said, it is my very great pleasure to work with the three individuals who will be speaking with you this evening. Laurie Foster is a certified nurse midwife who has worked at APD for many years. She is a tireless patient advocate, champion of birthing mothers and babies, and a true asset to our community. She will talk with you about centering pregnancy, a non-traditional way of delivering prenatal care. Dr. John Hood has recently joined APD, drawn to our midst by his passion for an initiative to improve value in orthopedics by focusing on what matters most to patients and families. John found a home at APD because we understood his vision and, more importantly, shared it. And finally, there's Dr. Peter Mason, who needs no introduction. Many of you may have read the recent New York Times article about opioid addiction and treatment. What you may not know is that Peter has worked tirelessly to bring addiction medicine out of the dark alleys and forgotten byways. Legitimizing a long-neglected side of medicine literally has the potential to save lives. All of these APD providers are working to create innovative care delivery programs that have at their core a respect for the individual and an explicit acknowledgement of the healing power of relationships. I hope that you enjoy this evening's program.